In the lead up to Nintendo Switch, back when we only knew it as Nintendo NX, and the only confirmed games were Sonic Forces and Just Dance 2018, we got a ton of rumors, or what in many cases turned out to be leaks. We heard about Splatoon coming, that turned out to be true. We heard Pokken Tournament was coming, that was true. Smash Bros, we even saw the insane rumor that was Mario plus Rabbids come to fruition. So how in the world is it that we have yet to see Mario Maker? Well, I see three distinct possibilities. 1, they didn't want to release Mario Maker so close to Odyssey and Mario plus Rabbids. 2, they hate us and Mario Maker and are forcing us to pay for our past transgressions. Or maybe, just maybe, they have bigger plans for Mario Maker on Switch than we realize. Well, Nintendo, I hope you're listening, because I got some ideas and I came bearing bobs.
Listen here, you motherfuckers. I've been waiting 3 whole goddamn years for some more Mario Maker in my life and a reason to rip my Wii U out of the wall and throw it into the yard. But for some reason, you think Donkey Kong Country is more important than my Mario Maker. Well, let me tell you something. If you don't give me Mario Maker this year at E3, I swear to Christ, Reggie, it's your fault.
He cares
it's your
about this game.
fault. I know you got a lot of other things
a
on your
little
mind.
bit.
You got Pokemon coming out soon. You got Metroid coming out. But the most important thing to me and a lot of other people is this goddamn Mario Maker.
The most popular things I hear people say they want, or the most popular things I see Reddit people type they want, is level creation tools. Generally. After all, it makes a lot of sense. If the Mario Maker team is looking to make the next entry in the series, the next logical step would be to double down on what made the original Mario Maker great, and also, where possible, implement some of the things that make 2D Mario games great that aren't already available in Mario Maker. This is basically my long drawn out way of saying people want the ability to use slopes in their Mario Maker levels. Slopes on the surface seem like a no-brainer, with the only potential sticking point maybe being the OG Mario Bros art style. They'd have to make it mesh well with the bigger pixels. Some people seem to think this is some unsurmountable feat, but it seems more like something that could be handled with some creative license. Sure, the original game didn't implement them, but that's true of a lot of things in Mario Maker. The original game didn't have things like bombs, checkpoints, or Hammer Bros atop the winged Koopas strapped on top of a giant Goomba all piled into a clown car, so they aren't exactly limiting themselves to the original vision or whatever. We're way past that.
Or, you know, you could just not include slopes in the original Mario 1 art style. If mystery mushrooms can be limited to just Mario 1, then why can't slopes be limited to Mario 3 and beyond? Heck, I think we'd be better off. Mario probably wouldn't even be able to roll down them anyway. But it is an egregious exclusion from Mario 3 and Mario World playstyles.
Alongside slopes, we should be given dedicated tools to make vertical levels outside of the existing system, a system that is very clearly limited in that department. It only allows some leeway in latitude. It's mostly dedicated to longitude. I want down well level depth. Give it to me, Nintendo.
Another important inclusion for levels with a short width, whether it be vertically scrolling levels or just short levels, would be the ability to run off screen on one end and come back on the opposite end. Just like the original Mario Brothers and just like some levels in Mario Brothers 3. Or Pac-Man, you probably know it best from Pac-Man. This should be simple enough to include.
On the same token, but not necessarily the same thing, I'd love to be given access to more suits. I want the frog, I want mini mushrooms, giant mushrooms, double cherries, the works. I'd even settle for a couple of new suits on disc with the option to purchase more via DLC. I'd be so down for 3D Mario exclusive suit packs to see how they work in 2D games, or having the ability to get more suits from the games we already have access to. Which brings me on a bit of a detour from the topic of level design tools, at least on a practical level. Give us more game styles.
This is the perfect way to monetize your game after launch. There are a nearly limitless amount of suits and abilities that you can add, and you bet your ass that I would buy all of them.
I don't trust creators enough to completely unleash every Mario game style. 3D is off limits for the foreseeable future if I have anything to say about it. But why no Super Mario Bros. 2? And no, not that Mario 2, the Doki Doki Mario 2.
Boo! Boo! you stink!
They can even go off script and give us art styles from unrelated Mario games. I'll take a Paper Mario toolkit, and to be clear, I don't mean that we should have a Paper Mario Maker, although I'm beginning to believe that'll be our only chance for a good Paper Mario game again, but no, I mean just the aesthetic. I'd pay for that as well, $5 or so for each visual style pack. Take all of my money. I understand that this would be a very big undertaking, so don't take this as a must-have desire, but let's be real, it would be dope if the mystery mushrooms were usable outside of the Super Mario 8-bit style, even if that means only a select few of them work.
I'm sure that getting the mystery mushroom to work across play styles is at the top of their list. This was a major complaint when the original game came out, but I wrote it off as just a technical limitation. There are just so many different costumes, it would have been impossible to model them all. Maybe they could just allow the 8-bit style in the other worlds? I don't know, Nintendo's creative, they'll figure it out.
Back on the topic of practical additions, give us more MacGuffins. If they can add flagpoles to 3D Mario games, why not allow for more abstract goals for 2D games via Mario Maker? Can you imagine the crazy stuff people would come up with if they're given more freedom to decide our objectives? Of course, this could get poorly designed and annoying real quick, so maybe pump the brakes on the feature and only allow a limited amount of these stages per creator, with the promise of more uploads for the creators with good ratings on these special stages. Kind of like how they already deal with posting limits, but a specific rating for these level types. Better boss fights, I feel, come part and parcel with that other point. So far, we're limited to Bowser and Bowser Jr. with no real control over their attack patterns or any other win parameters. Meanwhile, there's a fair amount of attack patterns and gimmicks in Mario boss battles outside of Mario Maker. Why not allow some of that in Super Mario Maker too? Maybe an easy way to communicate these attack patterns on the creator side would be through items you can give to the bosses you place in your level, similarly to how placing items in boxes work. Grander boss battles would also open up the door to allowing for creators to compile their levels into small scale Mario worlds with the option for theming. They should probably require us to limit these worlds to single Mario game types. It wouldn't add anything, or in my opinion make much sense to have entire worlds with the multiple eras of Mario games. Pick a style and stick to it.
One thing that I'd love to see, and didn't realize that I wanted until somebody posted it on Reddit a little bit ago, is a multiplayer mode or the ability for some levels to include multiplayer. Not every level needs it. A major concern here is, well, how do you moderate such a feature? There's two ways. You could either require each uploader to beat their own level first by themselves, then with another player to unlock multiplayer, or you just allow drop-in, drop-out multiplayer on any level, and include a multi-person clear rate next to the single-player clear rate. That way, you could tell how many users made it through with both players intact. But what if there are levels that only one person can complete? So, I think it'd be pretty cool to have to strategically sacrifice a player to make it through. But if you do want a nice, fair co-op experience, I think a multi-person clear rate would be able to tell you, hey, this level's probably going to be unfair to at least one of you. If it has dropping platforms, for example, it'd probably be pretty hard to synchronize, but not impossible, of course.
Don't get me wrong, the best way to play Mario is definitely alone. Other people almost always get in the way. The only time I'd voluntarily play an entire Mario game with someone else is if they're equal to me in skill and playing style to play at a similar pace. Outside of that, it's a no-go. But forget about me, I know there's people that bought Kirby Star Allies of all games just to be able to play with 3 other people. Well, I got great news for all of you. You can pick up the theoretical Mario Maker 2 and play a good game with all of your friends.
Or if you're like AJ, just me.
Now this thing is less of a burning desire and more of a thing I personally would find neat. Music creation in Mario Maker almost makes too much sense. It already shares some DNA with Mario Paint in the UI department. Why not give us a Mario Paint style music composition tool and allow us to assign that music to our levels rather than the rudimentary music and sound effect tool we have in the original game. That would add to the idea of making your own little Mario game, and we may even see a dedicated community of music composers spawning out of a tool like this. I am very much so on board for that. But those are our thoughts. What do you think? What do you want to see on Mario Maker for Switch? Do you think we're going to see a Mario Maker on Switch?
We'd better, because if we don't, I'd have nothing to live for.
Let us know in the comments. And while you're down there, be sure to check out our description or pinned comment to go check out Bob's channel. I'm sure he has some Mario nerd crap you can watch.
Me and AJ also do streams together every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/WulffDen, WULFFDEN. And this Sunday, we'll do my favorite game to stream, Mario Maker. I usually do those over on Twitch, but this is a special occasion.
I'll be there to make fun of them and to talk to you guys in the chat, so be sure to check that out too.
AJ's sole purpose on Sundays is literally to berate me.
And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for more videos like this every Tuesday and Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. If you like podcasts, we got those too. That's every Saturday. Okay, that's it for me. See you next week.